first position that we have. Still have no data. We're in manual mode and we log. When you log, it shows you the next position you're in, which is position 2. So we move to position 2. Log again. Go to 3. It's just like the Arc-Geo Mini. It's not that different. Tells you need to go to 4. Now we're at position 5. And you can see the data is way up there, 655. I'm over a table and there's metal within this table, so the coil's picking that up. Now this is going to be our last position. If you remember, on the grid here, 6x4. So you're going to hear 2 beeps on this last log. That's the 2 beeps saying you're at the end of that row. At that point, you'd move down just like you did with all of the loggers work the same, and you're coming back down the opposite direction. So it just tells you you're on row 2 of X. Log it. You're back at position 5. You're counting down now. And this is how you do the grid. Now with the Arc-Geo Logger, you can't stop in between like you can with the Arc-Geo Mini. You have to complete your grid. So we're going to go ahead and complete this grid. And this next few rows we're going to do in automatic, just to speed things up. Now I'm going to switch to auto mode, and we're going to move it while you hear the beeps. Okay, I'm getting ready to press the log now. 1. You heard the 2 beeps. You move to your next position. This is going to be our last row, which is row 4. So now we're going to log at auto. Three beeps on the last one. It's going to say grid complete. And at that point, your grid is stored, which is, you see the used grids is increased to 2. So you have 2 grids stored. Grid 0 and grid 1 in bank 0. Okay, let's say you want to download a grid. You have 2 grids in here, 6x4 and a 10x2. So you would put your bank and your grid in the position you want to download. You press the download button. Of course, you'd have it hooked to your computer, and you'd have your software on, ready to download. Press download. It asks you, download yes or no. When you hit yes, you'll see the data going down. It's already done. It's pretty fast. You'd switch to the next one, set your software up, download, say yes. And that's how it works out for its downloading. Okay, now we're going to erase the bank. And you would press erase bank. It asks you if you're sure. Hit yes. Asks you if you're sure again, because once you erase the bank, you lose all your data. If you hit yes, it shows a percentage being erased as it clears the whole bank. And once it's completely cleared, bank erased. And of course you have nothing now in position 0, nothing in position 2, where the 2 grids were before. Okay, the Arc-Geo Pro is a lot different from the other two units. It uses a SD card, power switch, backlight, USB port that's not used. This model and future models won't have the USB port on it because it uses a SD card. This is my demo. This is the first one I built that I'm testing with, and that's why that's there. Auto manual. This uses a menu system. Still has a charge, built-in GPS, signal input, headphones. This has a log button, the dummy value, yes and no, up and down, menu and select button. So when I first turn the unit on, it shows the serial number, battery condition, and it's my proto. It says warning, no SD card. I'm going to insert the card, initializing. Okay, so I have no sights. S is for sights. X and Y, you already know what that is. Grid, you already know what that is. Data, you already know what that is. And file number. So let's say I want to create a new site and new file. I go to menu. When I go to menu, it says create new grid. This is a menu system here that you can move up and down with the yes, the down and up. So once you move up and down, clean card, you can go create new grid, delete the file, change the site. You go up and down when you're in the menu. If this is what you want to do, then you hit the select button. It says, are you sure? Yes. Site 1 created, and also the file once created. Now you need to set your Y. You use that with the up and down buttons. We're going to go with a 4. Once you have the number you want, you'd select it. Then it goes to X. We're going to go to a 4x4. Hit select again. As before, shows you your grid size, shows you in the log mode, position 1, shows you have one site and you're on your first file within this site. Data is 0 at this point. Now we're in the log mode and we're ready to go. 4x4. We have our coil at the first position, and we're in manual mode, so we'll do our first log. Next position, and our next log. And as the other Arc-Geo shows you, it shows you the position as you move along. We're in position 3 now. Log. Position 4. Log. And you heard the 2 beeps. You'd move back down and come the other way, just like with the other. Shows that you're on the second row of X. Moving back down again. And continue on. Now these last 2 rows I'm going to do in auto mode, just so you get an idea. I'm going to switch to auto, and we're going to log. We're going to move down. I'm going to start the log process again. That time you heard 3, so grid complete. Shows you have one file and grid, one grid in site 1, and it's a 4x4. So let's say I want to do another one.